Oh, can I have your name?
My name is Jonathan Longdon.
So, Jonathan, will you tell me where you are now?
I am in Moriyama Prefectural Junior and Senior High School, where it's my new workplace. I've been working here for about 2.5 months.
Moriyama High School, where is it?
Moriyama High School is in Shiga Prefecture, just above Kyoto, and Moriyama is situated like south of Shiga. So
Oh.
a nice area. I hadn't heard of it until I came here, but it's a lovely place to live.
So will you tell me why you are here?
I am a participant on the JET program, which is a very popular exchange program all the way around the world. It just invites high-attaining graduates from any subject area and invites them to be English teachers in schools all over Japan.
Why did you decide to come to, or why did you decide to participate in JET program?
It's been my dream for a long time. I think it all started when I started karate when I was 10 years old. So I started that a long time ago. I'm 23 now, so I've been doing karate for 13 years. And the more I got interested in karate, I started learning the language and I started enjoying the food, and I began to enjoy everything else about Japan. So it's been a long-term dream of mine.
I understand the JET program is very competitive, but you're okay?
Yeah, it's a very difficult application process. It involves a lot of paperwork. It involves a very difficult interview. I had mine in Edinburgh. Lots choose to have it done in London, if you're from the UK, that is. And yes, it was competitive, was difficult, but I was accepted first time. A lot of candidates get reserve status, where they are put on sort of a waiting list. And sometimes they will never be accepted, and sometimes they will go for months and get an acceptance letter quite soon before they depart. So I was very lucky to be accepted.
Right away?
Yes.
Wow. What do you think? Why you were successful, you think?
I spent a long time trying to be as competitive as possible for the program. When I graduated from my bachelor's degree, I did biochemistry, and I got the highest grade in my year, so I had a special award that I could talk about in my application. I also did a master's degree in chemical engineering, so I talked about that quite a lot. I knew a bit of Japanese, so I mentioned that in my application. I was a member of Japan Society Northwest, which is a fantastic Japanese society in the northwest of England. So,
I agree.
So I talked about that. Karate, teaching children. I've been teaching karate as well, not just training in it. I've been teaching children for about 6 years. So that teaching experience was really useful, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. So, when did you arrive here?
I arrived on the 31st of July. I came to Tokyo. It was a long flight, connected through Amsterdam, and touched down at Narita. And we stayed at a hotel in Tokyo, Keio Plaza, which is an incredible hotel for 3 nights, I think. Lots of jet lag, lots of information went in, and then we went to the capital city of Shiga, Otsu, which is about half an hour away from where we are now. And then the day later I came to Moriyama, which has been my home ever since. So
how is it teaching? You are teaching, right?
Yes. I have taken to it like a duck to water. I love it. I love every minute. I look forward to every single class. I teach generally the ages between 12 and 15. This school does have students who are 16, 17, 18. That's my general age range, 12 to 15, and some 16-year-olds.
So it's a junior high school?
Yes, junior and senior in one school, which is quite atypical, I think, in Japan. I think there are only 2 other schools in this whole prefecture that have this set up. But it's quite a high attaining school. The entrance exams are very competitive. A lot of students try to get in. So the students are very high level, they're very motivated, they want to learn English, and it makes my job really easy. They're always very energetic, and yeah, I love every minute.
So you didn't have any problem starting teaching?
No, I was really well supported. I've got some great teachers that I work with, and a great supervisor too, so I've been supported every step of the way.
Lucky you.
I know.
So what do you think? You just come, but how long would you like to stay?
The maximum you can stay on the JET program is 5 years.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm talking about you.
Me, 4. That's what I have in mind. I want to stay for 4 years.
Why 4 years?
I have to think about what I'm going to do after the JET program, and I'm considering going to medical school. And staying in Japan for a full 5 years maybe doesn't give the best impression to somebody when it comes to a medical school interview. But 4 years I think is a good amount of time to enjoy everything Japan has to offer, learn as much Japanese as possible, and also there's practicalities as well. Every phone contract in Japan comes 2 years at a time. So if I were to leave in an odd number of years, first or third or fifth, I would have to have a big payout for that. And there are other contracts to think about as well. So 4 years is what I have in mind.
So you've already thought it through?
Yes, quite a lot.
Good for you. So the maximum number of years without affecting your later career, yeah?
That's the plan.
Tell me what you've been...
End of class.
Tell me what you've been doing in Japan ever since you arrived.
I've been doing an awful lot. I've thrown myself into Japanese culture. Yesterday I went to Tokyo. I had a day off. It was called Daikyu, a day in lieu because I worked one weekend. And I took a night bus from the city below where we are now in Kusatsu and took it all the way to Tokyo Station, which is about 8 hours, about 300 miles. Took it overnight and arrived in Tokyo yesterday morning at 8 AM. I had some friends that were in Tokyo that I met up with. I did some karate at the Honda Dojo, which is like the headquarters of my association. So I'm very achy today. I walked something like 13 kilometers. I went to Tokyo Skytree and lots of other sightseeing. I've been to lots of festivals, Matsuri. I bought a yukata, so I went to a festival in Nagahama, about half an hour, 40 minutes north of where we are now, and I had a really good day. We also did a very famous festival in Otsu, the capital of where we are now, in Shiga, and I pulled a float with
What's it called? The Omatsuri. What's it called?
It's the Otsu Matsuri.
Otsu Matsuri?
Yes,
oh, okay.
And it's now a UNESCO Cultural Heritage event.
Oh, is that right?
So it had NHK TV coverage.
Oh,
I think you could see me on TV at one point. So
oh, I believe that the float is called the omikoshi?
the float that we were pulling was at the front and it had a tanuki on the top.
Oh, so it's not the omikoshi?
I don't think so.
Tanuki?
Tanuki.
Oh, that's funny.
A stuffed tanuki. It's about 400 years old and very heavy with about 30 children playing flutes and throwing things out, and the atmosphere was incredible.
So you were wearing a proper happy?
Happy, yes, that's right.
That's nice that they let you join.
Yes,
It
was a huge privilege. There were 14 foreigners that were allowed to do it, and it was just restricted to, it was only advertised to Jets, and I was one of the first to put my name down, so I was lucky enough to get that. I've eaten so much different Japanese food, and I've been to so many places, and I'm renting a car next month. We're going for a road trip to Mie. I'm going to Nara next month as well. Been to Kyoto and lots of shrines and temples. I've made the most of my time, I think, up to now.
Excellent. So you're really enjoying yourself here,
yes,
yeah? That's good for you. Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Good luck. お名前をお伺いできますか？
北村春志と申します。
実はお会いしたことがあるんですよね。
ですね。
久しぶりです。どういったことでちょっとご説明していただけますか？
もちろん。昨年ですね、初めてお会いしたのは香港の、SGH という文科省から指定されているプログラムの一環で、イギリスに香港の生徒を連れていく、企画をしていた時に、ちょうど、僕が一人でイギリスに、行かせていただく機会があって、その際に優子さんに、連絡取らせてもらって、ちょうどマンチェスターでお会いしたのが去年の10月、1年前ぐらいですかね。
そうですね、その時お会いしたんですよね。そしたら今回ジョナサンに会った時にどこの学校に行くのって聞いたら森山高校だということで、本当に驚きでしたね。スモーワールですね。どうですか、ジョナサン？
いや、もうすごいエネルギッシュに頑張ってくれるんで。
そうですか。
すごく。
これもなんかの縁ですね。あの時たまたまお会いしたその学校に私の知ってるジョナサンが赴任するっていうことだったので本当に喜んでるんですけど、面白いですね。
また来年は香港の生徒がイギリスの北部の方に、
そうなんですか？
北水地方に今ちょっと ければというところで今計画してるので。
そうなんですか。その時はまたお会いできればいいですね。素晴らしい。そうですか。どうもありがとうございます。どうも。じゃあお名前は。
はい、森山高校に勤務してます。飯田と言います。
そうですか。飯田先生で今回はジョナサンのことをご存知ということで。
ジョナサン先生はものを吸収しようとする意識がすごく高くて、日本のものを素直に受け入れようとされているので、日本の言葉も文化もそれから空手もすごく上達されていると聞いてます。これからがとても楽しみです。
まだ2ヶ月ちょっとですよね、彼はね。
でもすごく物事に対して素直に取り組まれるので、いろんなことを吸収されるその割合が高いんじゃないかなと思います
ね。素晴らしいですね。いやジョナさん嬉しいですね、その話を聞いて。
私たちもとても励みになります。
そうですか。それは素晴らしいですね。ジェットプログラムの人全般に言ってあげられることですよね。
そうですね。まず気持ちが素直で新しい文化を受け入れようっていう心の準備ができていることが何より大切なんじゃないかなって思います。
それは素晴らしいお言葉でした。どうもありがとうございました。